everyone, I hope everyone's having a good Saturday. Very late right now. It's actually almost 9 o'clock before I'm even starting this vlog. Ash's basketball team had a game this morning or I should say this afternoon in Smithfield, North Smithfield. And they won. Jessica's team had a game in Burrillville this morning. They lost. They got blown out. So hopefully they do better this week coming up. Right now, basically I've been just lounging around today. Still got this stupid cold. Cannot get rid of it. 3 nights in a row now I've had to sleep on the living room couch upstairs, which it opens up into recliners, and I've had to sleep upright. I have not been able to lay down horizontal or I start coughing. So I think if I have another night like that tonight, I'm going to have to go see a doctor tomorrow. Go to a walk-in or something like that. See if anyone's open. It is... yeah, it's a cold, but it's gone into my chest, so it's not fun. Being diabetic, it's not a good thing to let that go. So I gotta make sure that I take care of it. I'm not running a fever or anything like that. I show no other symptoms other than the cough. So I know walking pneumonia has been going around up here, so hopefully it's not that. Alright, so hopefully I get better on that. For those of you that saw my video, the 4 questions, I've received positive feedback from that. It was nice too, because usually you get a lot of internet trolls and can kind of be discouraging when you try something new. It's the first time I've ever done anything like that, and it was kind of nice. I got some nice comments on it. I wasn't trying to be dramatic or anything with it, though. It's just the way I felt about things. It's my honest opinion, and it's basically who I am. What you see on this vlog, this is me. I'm not putting up an act. I'm not putting up a front. This is who I am. So I've got the type of mentality or personality. I'm not sure how you say it. Where if you like me, that's great. If you don't like me, oh well. I'm not going to change who I am. My wife loves me, and my kids love me, and my family loves me, and my dogs love me. So that's all that matters to me. But thank you for the comments on that video. It was thought-provoking. I like those things. They make you think, and you have to think of the what-ifs, or if I did this, or they did that, or, you know, it's really, it makes you go outside the box. Makes you just go beyond your normal thought process. So they're nice. If I see another one that looks pretty good, I'll do another one. They're fun. It's, for me, it was, I'm not really it's going to sound weird for me to say this, but I'm not one that really likes to speak in front of a lot of people. All I remember is when my sister got married, she asked me to do a reading, and I got so nervous when I got up onto the altar that I skipped 2 whole paragraphs of the reading and was stumbling and fumbling over my words. Back when I was in middle school in 7th grade, we had a class called Communication Skills, and we had to do public speaking, and I dreaded it. I ran girls softball here in the town that I'm in, and I had to speak in front of a group of the parents. It was maybe about 100, 150 people, and I was terrified. Yet, for some reason, I can talk through this. I don't know. I can. It's easy for me, I guess, because no one's here. No one's looking at me. But I'm an introvert for the most part. The job that I have, I work on the 2nd floor of the building. I have the whole 2nd floor to myself, and I get so busy there'll be days that'll go by that I don't talk to anyone. So, you know, maybe this is my therapy, my way of expressing just anything that's going on. I don't know. But it helps. It helps me just to be able to relate, I guess, to express my feelings, to give my word or give my opinion. This is my platform. I guess for a lot of people, I don't know. Am I the only one that's this way? That's not able to speak in front of a group of people yet? I'm able to speak right into the camera with no problem. I don't know. Well, something I've never done, and maybe I'll open up a little bit on this. Give you a little information about myself. Those of you that don't know me, I'm a Rhode Island native. I've lived in Rhode Island my whole life. I was born in the city of Pawtucket. It's Pawtucket, not Pawtucket. Lived there for the first 30 years of my life. I'm not one of the typical YouTubers. I'm not a young 20-something teenager or anything like that. I'm well into my 40s. And I'm a husband and a father of two beautiful daughters, which if you've watched the vlog, you've seen. I am a web designer. It's kind of how I got into this a little bit. One company that I was subcontracting for was trying to develop a platform where the websites were going to be basically video, and this is about 10 years ago. And they were kind of ahead of the curve a little bit. They were kind of premature on what they did. Unfortunately, the company didn't last, and they went under. So that project died. So right now I work for a company. I've been with them for many years. I've been doing their websites since before my youngest daughter was born. I've been there for a long time. I love the job. Great company to work for. They treat me really well. Give me a lot of latitude with everything that I do. So it's a family company, and I really love the way that they treat us. And in turn, I have loyalty back to them for the way because it goes both ways. I am diabetic. I've spoken about it a few times on here. I was diagnosed with diabetes when I think I was 32. I think that's how old I was. I forget. I've been living with it for a while. I've been doing pretty good with it. Luckily, knock on wood, I haven't had any episodes other than a couple of times my blood sugars crashed. But that was because I did stupid stuff. I've lived with diabetes in my family my whole life. My grandfather, he had it since as long as I can remember. Unfortunately he ended up passing away when I was about 19 due to complications from the diabetes. My father also was diabetic, and he passed away 2 years ago. Basically, it's from the complications from the diabetes. The official was it was heart failure, but it was due to the diabetes. So I understand what diabetes can do to someone, and I get irritated when I see someone who has diabetes and they don't take care of it. Diabetes is a horrible disease. It is absolutely a horrible disease, what it can do to your body. The best way a doctor explained to me what diabetes does, basically what diabetes is, for those of you that don't know, is you have a high your glucose level, the amount of sugar in your blood. Your pancreas creates insulin, which in turn breaks down the sugars that you eat. Very basic, simple explanation of it. Well, with my body, my pancreas doesn't create enough insulin, and it's due to basically my diet, and due to having weight, and it's due to heredity. It's heredity. Yeah, that's the word. It runs in the family. So basically, what it does to you is, the way this doctor explained it to me, is sugar in your bloodstream is kind of like little shards of glass, and if there are too many, they basically go through your veins and just tear apart your organs. Because you technically, if you hear of someone passing away from complications of diabetes, that means that they didn't die from diabetes. Their liver was destroyed from the diabetes. Their kidneys were destroyed. Their heart was destroyed. Their lungs was destroyed. Because what happens, these little shards of glass, the shards of glass just tear everything apart. And it's it's not pleasant to go through. It's very painful. I have some issues with my feet, and that's the feet are the biggest area that a diabetic has to worry about. And I'm at a doctor every 6 months with my feet, because I'll stay on top of it. I'm doing everything I can to prevent, loss of limbs, because that's one of the side effects also is amputations. They start with the toes and they work their way up. When my grandfather had passed away, they'd cut both of his legs off. So it's not as bad as you think. I mean, today especially, is like I said, my grandfather's had it my whole life. I knew of him having it, and I remember the foods that he could eat when I was a child. The soda would be Tab. I don't know if any of you remember Tab in the 1970s. I see Tab in supermarkets now in small cans and stuff, and I don't know whether it's the same as it used to be, but it used to be made with saccharin and it was nasty. Today, the food selection that you have with the different types of sweeteners, it's just incredible what I can eat now. For Thanksgiving, I had an apple pie from Wright's Dairy up in North Smithfield. Those of you from Rhode Island know what Wright's Dairy is. Or Northern Rhode Island, you should know what Wright's Dairy is. It was incredible, delicious, and it's something that I can eat. I mean, I can't sit down and eat a whole pie, but I can have a slice or two, and it kind of makes you feel normal because you can sit with other people who are having desserts also. So I mean, there's ice creams and everything now, so it's nice. It's a lot better than it used to be. So, like I said, I'm a diabetic. Unfortunately, I do smoke. Something I'm working on trying to quit. I've been for a while. I've been a smoker, so that's it. That's one of my goals for 2017 is to quit smoking. I know I need to. I know all the problems that come with it. It's you're a social outcast now, and it's different because when I started smoking, that made you one of the in people in the social scene if you smoked. If you didn't smoke, you were a social outcast. So it's one of the things that that I got to work on coming up this year. Let's see, I have two dogs that you've seen in my videos. The first one is Alicia. She's a black lab. She'll be 5 years old in January. She's my little buddy. She's my shadow. She by my side all the time. Our other dog is Tuca. He's supposed to be a yellow lab or a white lab. I've never heard of white lab, but that's the way we got him through a rescue organization called Save a Lab, and he's supposed to be a white lab. To be honest, I don't know what he is, but he has a lot of problems. Of course, his name's Tuca. I named him after Tuukka Rask, the goalie for the Bruins. Again, another little information. I'm a sports nut. I love all New England sports. But with Tuca, he has seizures, he has allergies, and he's very antisocial. He's not vicious, and he doesn't bite, doesn't growl, or anything like that. He just doesn't like people. And just research that I've done is he was basically a product of a puppy mill. He was never really brought up with humans. We got him, he was a little bit under 6 months old, I believe. It was either 4 to 6 months, somewhere in there. And right from the start, he did not have a good life. When we got him, he had fleas. He had 4 different types of worms. He had an umbilical hernia. He was in rough shape. Double ear infections. We took care of him. We nursed him, and he's healthy now. But he had a rough start in life, and it still holds with him now. Around my family, he's the most lovable dog. He's playful. Well, I wouldn't say playful. He'll play with me. I've gotten him to the point now where, I'll wrestle with him and stuff like that, and he'll play around with me. But he was never a playful puppy. But neither Alicia wasn't really either. She was just, like I said, she was my shadow. The funny thing with Alicia is if I turn on the Patriots game, New England Patriots game on the TV, she's got to be right by my side. Any other football team, I don't know how she knows this, but any other football team, doesn't matter. If I put on the Patriots game, she's right by my side. What else is, not much else about me. I'm really not a complicated person. I don't have a lot of things. I love bowling. I bowl on a bowling league. If you watch the vlog, you've seen that. Yeah, that's me. I don't know what else to say about me. I'm a self-proclaimed techno geek. I love all sorts of technology, and it gets me in trouble because my wife hates technology, and I'm trying to introduce technology into the house through like Google Home, and I want to automate the speakers and the lights and all that, and she's terrified. I'm gonna do it. But hey, I gotta have a hobby like this. This is my hobby right now. Because I tell you one thing, I'm not making any money off of it. But that's me. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and I'll answer them. I'm open. I'm not bashful about anything. So one of the things I always say when I go into a doctor's, everyone in my family has high blood pressure. I don't. My blood pressure, every single time I go, 120/80. Without fail. And I tell them, the doctors, it's because I don't care about anything. I don't let anything bother me. So, yeah, that's ask me anything that you want. But, like I said, I just figured I'd give you a little bit about me, let you know who I am and what I do. I got graduate of New England Institute of Technology. They had a program called Internet Communications Technology. Graduated from that in 2002. Yeah, that's it. So, that's me. Alright, everyone. That's going to be it for tonight. Sorry, such a short video. Like I said, still not feeling good. Hopefully I feel better tomorrow. Get some more footage and stuff. Well, I think we're going to be putting up our Christmas tree tomorrow, hopefully. I know the Patriots play. I believe it's at 1 o'clock. They're playing the Rams, so they're at Gillette. So that ought to be a good game. Unfortunately, Gronkowski's out for the season again. So they should be fine. The Rams shouldn't be a challenge. So yeah, that's going to be it. I'm glad you watched the video. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. If you want to follow me, you can follow me on Facebook. You can subscribe to my Twitter feed. Go to my website, which is markplante.com, or subscribe below. Thanks again for watching it, and I do appreciate it, and I'll be back again tomorrow.